Hello, everybody. I can see you all gathering. We'll just give everyone a few more minutes to get on. I hope you enjoyed that music to kind of set a mode for us. This is Randina Marie, and I'm going to be hosting you tonight with Cindy, and I believe Samantha will be on the call too. Let me first stop my phone from ringing. Let's everybody just do a heart centering connection together before we start. So just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and just kind of get centered and be here. And let's just connect to each other. So almost everybody on here knows who I am, but for those who will be listening to this recording at a later date, or for those who are not completely familiar with me yet, my name is Randina Marie, and my clients know me as the Queen of Rapid Transformation. I am a coach, and I help women to break through their inner barriers so that they can create a beautiful life experience on the external. And it's really, really extremely in-depth, and it's impossible to put into a slogan what I do. Basically, that's the gist of it. So I welcome all of you to this call, and I'm so happy to see so many of you coming on the line to do this all together. It's so amazing that we can be together all over the world and go through this ritual and release all of this, all the stuff that's no longer serving us, and just kind of let it go together. So I'm going to explain the plan, and then we're going to go into a little meditation, and then we're going to start the process. So what we're going to do first is you have your list. So if you didn't create your list yet, then I would suggest that you do that now while I'm talking and kind of going over this description. So the list consisted of the surrender and release list and your 3 hearts desires list. So writing your 3 hearts desires list first will give you a better idea of what it is that you need to surrender in order to experience those desires. So that's why I had you do that first. The next thing that we're going to be doing is an energetic clearing and release process. Then we're going to go and we're going to have a 5-minute burning break where we're going to all go out to the moon and burn your surrender list. And then we're going to return and do our heart's desires activation. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. Hopefully we'll be done with this in about 45 minutes. And let's get started. So everyone, again, take a deep breath. And all multitasking, just clean that out, clear that out, let go of anything that you brought with you today that is not serving you in this moment. So there is no past, there is no future, there is only the present. So taking a deep breath and connecting into that truth and into that knowing, and just giving yourself permission to fully be here and surrender to this moment of togetherness, the meeting of the divine feminine. And breathe in through your nose and collect all that energy, and breathe out through your mouth and let it go. Breathe in through your nose, collect all that energy, and let it go. And one more time, maybe the deepest breath that you've taken all day into the bottom of your lungs so your diaphragm is expanded. Letting all of that energy collect and release. Okay, so let's get connected. Let's start with a beautiful prayer. Tune in to the energy of your heart and feel that open up. Maybe even imagine that your heart is a flame. And within your heart is this burning flame for your soul purpose, for who you are, for what you came here to do. And you're just allowing this flame to grow and grow and grow. And say in your mind or out loud, I set my ego and my critical mind to the side. I can pick it up later for the purpose of co-creation, expansion, love, light, and allowing the energetic shifts that are for me to take place here and now so that I can let go of all of the crap that doesn't serve me. Everything I'm carrying with me, I surrender it, I let it go, and I give myself permission to tune in to the truth of who I am and what I came here to do, without all the stories that I've picked up throughout my life. Now let's say a prayer. Divine Mother, Divine Father, all that is, we thank you for allowing us all to gather here today, to be together, to hold energetic hands with each other as we let go of what no longer deserves to be in our life. And we take control and we tune into our heart and our heart's desire. And we allow the blessings that are rightfully ours to pour into our lives, that we are blessed beyond belief, and that we allow ourselves to receive. We ask that during this process, we are open, we are heart-centered, we are allowing the energy to flow, that we allow the energy that is ready to go to be released with grace and ease. We surrender confusion, we surrender misunderstanding, we surrender friction, we surrender density. And we open our hearts to the truth of the light within our soul, expressing in human form. And we ask that we be connected to each other and that we strengthen each other in love and light from our hearts always. And we say these things in the name of love, amen. So give yourself permission to be open, to be ready, to be willing, and to be receptive. And everywhere that you're not allowing that, surrender it across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities. So I would like to call in a few of the energetic frequencies that I work with. Archangel Michael is one of them. It's a very, very, very powerful stream of energy that is everywhere and waiting for you to call upon it. So we'll call upon Archangel Michael. He is going to help us to cut the cords and the energetic ties and to protect us and just release everything that we no longer need. I call upon Archangel Raphael to join us. He is the healing angel, to bring us healing where we need healing, to fill our life with love and joy, and fill our loves too, and allow the healing to occur. And to also give ourselves permission that we don't have to do everything. We don't have to fix everything in our lives. That we can call upon these energetic beings and have it done for us. So give yourself permission to do that. We're going to call in Archangel Jophiel, which is the Archangel for beauty and beautiful thoughts and the earth. And all guides and sentient light beings that are here, that are for us, that have a desire for us to expand and grow, to be with us also. And I'm going to ask you a question, and whatever is the first thing that comes to your mind, just say it out loud. I give myself permission to receive love, to receive healing, to receive the beauty that this world has to offer me. Across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities. So when you say yes, when you have a yes, it's an opening. It creates the opening for the space for that to move in. Like I said earlier, you do not have to do anything. All you have to do is invoke the powers that be to assist you, to help you, so that you can become reconnected. So I remember when I first started working with archangels and angels and deities, I mean, I use different deities from every single religion, every single spiritual practice that there is from every country, because when I learned about energetic frequencies, which is what I'm going to explain to you, they are all very real and very powerful. And there is, we are grown up and taught, maybe they're there, maybe they're not. We get disconnected. And the truth is, scientifically, they are there. So let's just take Archangel Michael, for example. He is the strong archangel. He's the protector archangel. So that energetic stream that he is, when you invoke that into your life, you bring it, you call upon that energy frequency to come into your life, especially if you surround yourself with the white light of divine love through him in the morning. You will feel that throughout your day. Now, humans have to have a label for something. They have to have a name for it. They have to have a story behind it so that they can understand it. So this is our way of understanding these energetic frequencies that are all around. Like Lakshmi, she's the energetic frequency for prosperity and abundance, right? So that name, that word, that energy stream means that. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's a being floating around, which there probably is, but for the sake of this conversation, it doesn't necessarily mean that. What you're doing when you're pulling on these different energy streams is summoning that energy into your life. So no matter what you call it, whether you call it Archangel Michael, whether you call it, Shiva, it doesn't really matter. It's all that energy stream. So I highly recommend that you begin to become familiar with these energetic streams and use them in your life, especially when you're coming out of the darkness and into the light, because I'm telling you, this is the only reason that I made it as far as I had from where I came from. So when I talk about, God, Goddess, Shiva, Shakti, all of these things, I'm talking about the energetic frequencies that they represent. So knowing that is going to help you to release whatever barriers you have. A lot of people have a lot of resistance to the word God. When I say God, they automatically think that I'm speaking of the, biblical God frame, judgmental God, which that is not God in entirety, right? So when you have an issue with that word, there's underlying frequencies that are entanglements of beliefs that are there that are not allowing you to be supported, because we all, no matter where we come from, know that there is a God, there is something bigger than us. So the reason that when we call upon these different beings, the reason that they work is because subconsciously we know that there's something greater than us. And we also, your subconscious mind also knows that there is that light stream of healing. And when you call upon that, it allows it to take place. So everything is subconscious. If your subconscious mind believes it, it becomes your reality. So when you use these angels, when you use these deities to help you release these things, your power is so much more expanded. And I know a lot of you, I'm preaching to the choir right now. We all kind of know all of this, and we flow with it, and we live this way in our lives. But it comes from going from a understanding of it to a really knowing it, really having it so strong in your core that no outer circumstance can shake you ever, because you have that relationship with the divine. That is what my hope is for all of you. Okay, so that was the energetic frequency of it. So let's go into the guided energetic clearing for your surrender list. So what we're going to be doing is in this part, we're going to take out your surrender list and look over it and just kind of feel into it. And then take a deep breath and close your eyes. And as I'm asking you these questions, just answer in your mind or out loud as we go through. So we ask Archangel Michael to cut all hooks, cords, and attachments to all the energy that is on our surrender list. And as you're closing your eyes, just tune into your body. Take a deep breath and tune into your body. Just let everything go. And ask your subconscious mind to show you where these energetic attachments are in your body. Just see what you see, feel what you feel, and hear what you hear. And we call upon the light to cut and sever and fill these spaces with light and love across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities. Just let it happen. And here's the question. Are you willing to give yourself permission to fully surrender and release all that is on your list? If that's a yes, give yourself permission by saying, I give myself permission to surrender all that is on my list and release it to the God of my heart to be healed across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities. And know in your heart that there are light beings that are here with you that are helping you to do this. They're the ones who directed you to this call in the first place. Your higher self, along with all your guides and all your angels, have the same desire for love and life as you, for you. The universe wants you to have what you desire just as much as you want it. It's time to get out of our own way and allow these things to occur in our lives. Should we ask, allow, and receive that all energetic ties that bind be cut? And by the light and grace of God, we fill our hearts and our spaces with love and light energy. And are you willing to give yourself permission to allow the light of God to bless you? Feel it in your heart and radiate that love, that light out 360 degrees around your body. And that little opening that we've left, allow the green light of love and healing to flow in through that. And we ask the white light of divine love to flow through us. So imagine, see it, feel it, coming from the top of your head, down into your third eye, into your face, in your throat, into your heart. And from your star soul chakra, which is about 12 inches above your head, imagine a purple light flowing down through your crown, into your third eye, into your brain, surrendering and releasing all the patterns and all the neural nets that continue to play out these stories. We ask that they be reprogrammed in alignment with our heart's desires. And down into your face, and into your throat, and down into your heart where it meets the other light. And from your heart, it expands out through your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your stomach, your back, your spine, into your solar plexus, your power center. From your power center into your sacral, that feminine divine creation, expanding in love. From your sacral into your root, balancing and harmonizing and filling you with love and light energy. Imagine this light is transforming all of the density, all of the hooks, all the attachments that you have to the negative situations in your life, and it's cutting them, surrendering them to this light. And from your root, down your legs, your knees, your lower legs, your feet, and into your Earth Star Chakra, about 12 inches below your feet, and from your spine and your Earth Star Chakra into the center of the Earth. And feel the love from Mother Earth as you are one with her, and she is one with you, as all creation and all of life. And take a deep breath. Okay, so now we're going to go into the burning ritual. So one of the most important things when you're doing this is to either write or say, I release you with love. Thank you for all you have taught me. It is done. So we're going to have about 5 minutes to do this. But before I do, I'm going to unmute Cindy and see if there is anything that she wants to add. If I can find her. I don't know where she is. I wonder if she got knocked off. Okay, anyway, so let's see if let's see. Okay, I'm going to unmute Sam and see if she has anything to say because I found her. Oh, wait, there's Cindy. Okay, I'll unmute both, but let me unmute Cindy first. Hi.
Hi. I'm so mellow.
Yeah, it feels
I'm sure
good,
that
huh?
everybody is. Yeah, it feels really, really good and, filled with light, and I think this is going to be amazing. And before, everybody does their burning ritual, of course, read through it. But then, Randina, if you could say again what you say about releasing it to the light with love, making sure that we have that written down because I was searching for my pen, to put that on my paper. So maybe we could do that again right when we're getting ready to burn.
Okay. So you're going to want to write or say, I release you with love. Thank you for all you have taught me. It is done. So the reason for releasing the troubles or whatever you're surrendering in your life with love and thanking it is so you create a mutually understanding and respect for these things. So you don't have to go back years later and heal it. It's you're doing that step of the process now. Because the truth is everything in your life is there to teach you what you need to get to the next step. The reason that we get so caught and stuck in these cycles is because a lot of us are not allowing ourselves to dream big, and we don't even know what direction we're going in. We kind of have an idea of what we want to experience, but we're not really fully in alignment with what our soul's purpose is. So when things that are negative occur to us to wake us up, we take it as it being bad because we don't have a sense of direction. So a lot of the reason for me to even have you write out your desires is so that you can really start to focus on them and have a sense of direction. And then when things happen, you can say, oh, I know why this is happening. What do I need to learn from it? So that you can learn from it and move on. But first, it's letting go of all this crap that keeps us stuck in the muck, which is what we're doing with this.
Mhm. Okay, we ready?
I am so ready. Okay, so
so
let's
ready.
let's take 5 minutes. The moon should be out. It's dark where I am, and I'm Pacific, so the moon should be out. I know some of you said you couldn't see it, but just imagine that it's there, because the power of it is still very strong. And okay, let's do this. So everybody take 5 minutes and go out, burn your list. Take a drink of water before you come back on. Get yourself recentered, because the next part is the replacing. You got to replace what you let go of. Okay, I'm going to mute everybody. Okay, I know I'm done, and Sam and Cindy are both done. So I'm going to give you a few more seconds to come back on the call and see how it was. That was really good for me. I felt amazing. So maybe to get back into the mood, maybe jumping up and down for a minute, like getting your blood flowing again, letting all that go, shaking it off, shaking off all that energy, and coming back. Okay, so let's go into the second part of this. So grab your heart's desires list and read them over. So just really read it over and feel into it. And you can feel whether it's something you really, really want, and also how you wrote it. Is it coming from a place of fear to get out of where you are, or is it coming from a place of looking forward to experience? So for me, the first part of my journey was the away from. It was getting out of where I was. That was my only goal, my only desire, was to make it out alive of the chaos that I was experiencing. And then it shifts at some point in your journey from an away from to a towards. And the moment that it shifts is the moment that you know what you came here to do, and you feel into that, and you know that it gives you life and blessings, and there's no more fear, and it becomes a toward momentum. You're looking forward to your future, not afraid of what is going to happen. So, how I got here was not things falling out of the sky like some lottery. It's sometimes when you see ads that are run and it's like how I went from, $0 in poverty to $100,000, a year job or income or whatever it is. It's like those things did not just happen overnight to anybody. Like there is a process. It's not that they're just so gifted and favored and you're not. That's why those things aren't happening to you in that way. It's that sometimes people get lucky, but most of the time people that are on the journey of realization are doing it very deliberately. So I worked to get where I am, from living on food stamps to literally high six figures a year. Not because I slaved away, not with my elbow grease and not working hard for money. It was because I was doing the inner work, which is what you're doing, even just being on this call. It was dreaming bigger than I had ever dreamt before, no matter how crazy and unattainable it was at the time that I wrote it. I immersed myself relentlessly because I had no choice. So the reason I'm telling you this is because when you have your heart's desires, I really want you to dream big, bigger than you've ever dreamt before. If you could have anything, and money was not part of the equation, what would it be? We think that we need to wish for small things to get us to the next step, to get us to the next step, to get us to the next step. But the bigger your wishes, the bigger manifestations you have that happen. It may take longer to reach them, but everything becomes clear on the journey of it. So I really, really, really encourage you to dream big, bigger than you have ever dreamt before. And also doing the work until you don't have to work anymore. Working smart, not hard. The inner always equals your outer. So having your heart's desires and having that said, if they're not big enough, rewrite them and write something bigger on there. You want to challenge yourself. They say if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. That really is true. All of the women who come to me in one way or another do so because they are destined for something much bigger than what they are living. So the fact that you are attracted to my teachings and the healings and the group is an indication that you came here to do something much bigger than you may even be aware of. And there's a reason for this. There's also a reason that you're hearing this, regardless of what's going on in your life right now. Okay, so what I want you to do with your heart's desires is declare beyond belief that these are yours. So one of the things that really helped me to step into living a greater life was to say, I am blessed beyond belief. Because I knew there had to be a workaround, because I had learned so much about limiting beliefs and limitations and traumas and, you know, core wounds and all these things that are limiting you and blocking you. And I'm like, there has to be a workaround. I know that the universe, the creator of all, didn't make it so that we only could be challenged and blocked. It's not supposed to be that way. So once I started saying, I am blessed beyond belief, I created that belief within me. So then I didn't have to go through and work out every limiting belief that I had. It was, I am blessed beyond belief daily. I am blessed beyond belief. So I want you to write that on your list. Declare that you are blessed beyond belief and that the things that are on there are yours. Cindy wants to add something, so I'm going to, there she is. I'm going to unmute her. Hi.
Hi. So I don't know if everyone else noticed this after doing our surrender ritual, but going back to the your wish list, your desires, the desires of your heart, I don't know if anyone else noticed, but they seemed like I was more even elevated, like my wishes now are going to be even greater than what I wrote down first.
Yeah.
And looking at the list, you know, it's kind of like, no, I already have that. I already have that. I already have that. It's already done. You know, and whether it's just, you know, that I am creating abundance, or, you know, I wish to create abundance, or whatever it is that I am desiring, you know, from my list. What I notice now that I'm reading it, what a transformation after the ritual of surrendering, because all of those things, I'm like, yep, done, yep. Got it. Yep. You know, and you know, and I almost want to make a new list, you know, now, you know.
Yeah, that's why. That's one of the reasons
elevated.
I brought it up, was because
yeah.
because it's they're going to change. You know, once you have mentally, emotionally, energetically surrendered what you thought was limiting you, your wishes, your dreams, your desires, they change.
Well, and real quick, and then I'm going to let you, I'm going to mute myself back out, but, you know, the list that I had, it wasn't much different than one I had made recently. And, you know, and the first thing on it was, you know, as far as my wish list was release. And then the second piece was ascension, you know, ascending, and, you know, forgiveness and balance and clarity. You know, there were all these things. I had more than three. You know, I just kept writing. And, you know, now going back to it, I'm like, release, okay, done. Ascension, yep, here I am. Forgiveness, already done. But balance, yep, I got it. Clarity, loud and clear. You know, dropping the veil, it's gone. You know, all of those things. So how amazing. You know, I'm so glad that you had us make the wish list first and then surrender. And now we go back and we can see ourselves. We can see our wish list as something that is already been taken care of. And that it's already happening. It's already done. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Okay,
do you think you want a few minutes to write a new list?
I don't. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to do it after the call, because I know that there's going to be a lot more that we're going to hear that's going to solidify already what our mind is thinking about our new list. So I'm going to do mine after.
Okay, well, this is the reason that I'm asking, is because we're going into a Heart's Desires activation. So we're going to go through a process right now that is going to invoke your heart energy to create them. So maybe we'll just give like 3 minutes.
Okay, good.
Because I want to rewrite mine too.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 minutes. Ready, go. Okay, so hopefully that gave you some more time to write down a new list or even add to it if that's what you wanted to do. If you didn't need to change anything, that's okay too. So let's go into the activation now. So everyone, again, take a very deep breath all the way to the bottom of your lungs and expand that out and release. And let's call for an opening of our crown chakra, our third eye chakra, our throat chakra, our heart chakra, our solar plexus chakra, our sacral chakra, and our root chakra. And we call in all the divine light beings to be here with us now, even stronger than before. So what I want you to do is take your desire list, your heart's desire list, and put it to your heart and hold it there. And remember the flame in your heart center that we invoked at the beginning of this call. And are you willing to give yourself permission to receive these things that your heart desires? Yes or yes? So give yourself permission now by saying, I give myself permission to receive these in love and grace. We're going to go through a prayer of asking, a prayer of gratitude, and the energy of it being done, which is the ask, believe, receive process. So dear divine, all that is, we ask for the invocation of the energy of our heart's desires to be amplified, for all mountains, obstacles to be moved, for the universe to deliver our heart's desires to us quickly, with grace, with ease, with love, with joy, with happiness, and that we know that when we see them, when we begin to feel them, that we were heard, that we are answered. And we ask on behalf of every one of our sisters that she receive her wishes too. And that we all receive the love that we desire. That we all be the love that we desire. And that we all give the love that we desire. And that we promise to help others receive their goals, receive their dreams in any way that we can, knowing that we are helped in the unseen and in the seen. We ask, allow, and receive from our heart these beautiful desires that we have, and that the energy of them culminate and grow and bless our lives in ways that are unimaginable. We ask that we receive more and more so that we may give more and more. We promise to put ourselves first, knowing that when we fill ourselves up, others receive the benefit. We promise to be in service to the light, to share our gift with the world, and to bless all on our path. Divine Mother, we ask to feel your presence through our hearts, through our bodies, mind, and soul, that you are on our side, loving, nurturing, and blessing us. We express gratitude from our hearts, feeling into our heart center, giving gratitude for the divine, for blessing us all with gathering here, for blessing us all with a beautiful purpose to come to this earth and to spread our light, for blessing us all to look into the eyes of another and see the love that we have for ourselves. We thank you for this energy, for this happiness, for this love that is in our life now and is going to grow. We thank you from our hearts for the answering of our heart's desires in our physical form, for each other and for ourselves. And feel into the energy of it being done. We give thanks in love. It is done, it is done, it is done. And now with your eyes closed, imagine yourself 2 years from now having these heart's desires of yours. What would you look like? See what you see, feel what you feel, and hear what you hear. Notice how you look. Notice the light emanating from your being. Notice the beauty. Notice the love. Notice the happiness. And feel what it feels like to have those heart's desires that you wrote on that list 2 years ago. Feel it now. How is your life different? How is your interaction with others different? How different do you walk? How different do you talk? How different do you carry yourself? How different is life living from your heart in alignment with your soul? Blessing the lives of others and your own. See it, feel it, declare it. And God, I ask on behalf of all my sisters that all the light forces, all the light beings, all the angels, all the ascended masters, all the guides, all the sentient light beings that are here, to invoke them with the energy, with the power, with the love, with the light in their lives, in their worlds, affecting all who come into contact with them. I ask for this to be done now, across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, throughout all the energy in every direction. And repeat in your mind, throughout all that I am, throughout all that is, it is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. So what I want you to do, and what I ask of you, is that as soon as you hang up this phone and you're off this call, to write a vow to yourself that you will notice when you're in alignment. You will notice in your reality how things have shifted just from this call, just from the work that you've done with us here. And that you will commend yourself. You will feel proud and you will feel love for who you are and how far you've come. I hope that you can feel the energy of this prayer, of this powerful experience that we are having with each other, and that you ground it into your core and allow it to take hold and bring you blessings in your life. Okay, so just take a deep breath. Come back into your body. We've covered a lot. We've done a lot. You're going to sleep really, really good tonight. Be proud of yourself. Everybody who is in your life is so blessed to have you. I thank you thank you so much for who you are, for everything you've endured, for how far you've come, and that you still get up every day and tune into love. I love you all more than you probably will ever know. And I really am so happy that we are all here together. So I'm going to see if Cindy has anything else to say, and I'm going to unmute her. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Let me clear my throat.
Let me wipe my eyes. Well, everybody make sure that you take a bath, and you know, you can do the sea salt, but even better, a couple cups. Now, I'm an overachiever, so Randy always says to do 1 cup, but I do 2 or 3 cups of apple cider vinegar, organic apple cider vinegar in your bath. And that's an amazing detoxifier. You know, we've talked about release before on prior calls. You definitely could experience that. I want to share a quick thing that I did actually when you were talking about, you know, the 2 year from now, you know, person, the 2 year from now person who is experiencing, you know, your heart's desire. I actually gathered all of that energy in my arms, and I walked backwards to my child self and gave it to her. And, you know, and so, you know, as if you have already been living this way, you just need to receive the gift. And so that was something really powerful for me while you were, you know, speaking about this, that, you know, we have everything. We're already doing everything that is in our heart's desire. We just need to open our eyes and our hearts to, you know, see clearly that it's already happening. It's already going on. Yes. And when we know that, then we start to believe it and receive it. You know, ask, believe, receive. So.
More. Yeah. So with that, I have one thing that brought to mind. I'm going to ask everyone this question, so everyone can just answer. You can answer. Are you willing to give yourself permission to allow that 2 year version be you?
Yes.
So we ask the divine for a full integration of that 2 year vision to be us. And kind of just feel that merge in your core. Okay, that is all I have. Do you have anything else? No?
I love you.
I love you too. Okay, I love you all. We love you all. Thank you so much for joining us on this call, and look forward to Thursdays. That's going to be a good one too. And remember to write your declaration and your vow to yourself to seal out this meeting. Okay, I love everybody, and good night.